Hi everyone, welcome to class. We're gonna start things out today with a game of Kahoot, a little fun game to get things started today. But first make sure that you log in your attendance by putting your full name into the chat, okay? So once your full name is in the chat, what I want you guys to do is pull out your phone or another tab so that we can get started on Kahoot, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and we're gonna get this started, okay. All right, let's start this. Persuasive writing is the subject today. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, first one. What is persuasive writing? Think about that for a second. Is it writing that gives information? Writing that entertains the reader? Writing that convinces the reader of an idea? Or writing that makes the reader think? You are gonna click on the color and shape that you think matches the right answer. Alrighty, so the right answer for that one is writing that convinces the reader of an idea. You're persuading someone with your writing. Persuasive writing is writing that tries to change someone's mind, tries to make the reader believe something. All right, next one. All right, what is a thesis statement? Have you ever heard of such a thing? Is it a statement that grabs the reader's attention? Is it a summary of the writing's main argument? Is it a statement that wraps up the writing in a conclusion? Or is it a piece of information that shocks the reader? Think about that for a couple more seconds. Send in your answer. And all right, so it is a summary of the writing's main argument. So when you write a piece of persuasive writing, your thesis statement is going to be the summary of your entire argument in one thesis statement. That kind of brings us to our next question. Think about that for a second. It might give you a clue to the next one. Get ready, go. So how long is a thesis statement typically? Is it 1 or 2 sentences, a short paragraph, a few short words, or as long or short as it needs to be to get the point across? Think about that for a sec. Your thesis statement, remember your summary of your entire argument. It should be only 1 or 2 sentences. Usually it's just 1. Okie doke. All right, next one. What is an argument in writing? So is it an angry piece of writing? Is it an opinion that is stated in an aggressive manner? Is it a statement of fact, or is it a statement that makes a point that must be proven? An argument. Specifically an argument in writing. We're talking about writing. All right, it's a statement that makes a point that you have to prove. So that means it can't be something like a solid fact that everyone knows to be true. It has to be an idea that you're gonna need to present some evidence in order to support. It's something somewhat controversial that you would actually need to convince somebody of. If you say the sky is blue, that's not really an argument, but if you say blue is the best color and I'll tell you why, that is something that's a little bit more debatable, and you're gonna have to provide examples in order for it to be an argument that is valid. All right, the next one. What is true about thesis statements? So 3 statements about thesis statements. They must be arguable, they must be undeniable, they must be surprising or unexpected, or they must be believed by the reader. What is true about thesis statements? What's a true statement about thesis statements? All right, they've got to be arguable. So it's got to be something, like we said before, it can't be just a matter of fact. It has to be something that you can argue about. It has to be something a little bit controversial. Next one. Which one of these is the best thesis statement? Okay, so say you're writing a paper about Animal Farm. Which one's the best? Animal Farm is a great book. George Orwell's Animal Farm was written in 1945. Animal Farm warns how quickly a dictator can abuse his power. Or my favorite part of Animal Farm, by far, was the talking things. Which one of those is the thesis statement? Bam. Yellow. So Animal Farm warns how quickly a dictator can abuse his power. Can you guys see how that one would be a thesis statement? The other parts might be true. This one, Animal Farm, is a great book. That's your opinion. But it doesn't have a whole lot of oomph. Not super debatable. Most people would agree that it's a very influential book. George Orwell's Animal Farm was written in 1945. That one's definitely not debatable because that's a known fact. We know George Orwell wrote it, and we know he wrote it in 1945. This one, my favorite part of Animal Farm by far, was the talking pigs. That one is also not debatable because you're stating your opinion as something that is your opinion. No one can debate whether or not it's something that you like because you're telling that it's your opinion. But this one is interesting because he's making a statement about Animal Farm and what Animal Farm is saying about society. You're saying that the main point of this book is to warn about how quickly a dictator can abuse his power. Or somebody else might say that the book is about something else completely different. So this could definitely be the thesis statement of a very strong essay that talked about Animal Farm and how it portrays dictators and how quickly they can rise to power. That one is the best thesis statement of these four. Alrighty. Last question. A good persuasive essay should include a summary of the opposing argument, a response to the opposing argument, a variety of evidence that supports the claims in your thesis statement, or all of the above. What should be in your persuasive essay? A good one. All right, the answer is all of them. So you want to present the opposite side when you're talking about your argument. You want to at least address it. You're acknowledging that there is an opposing side. You also want to include your response. So say, for example, my essay is about the color blue and why it's objectively the best color known to man. You could say, many people may say that green is the best color, or that there is no such thing as a best color. However, we know that because most people worldwide choose blue as their favorite color, and that blue has a calming effect on people, we know that it truly is the best color. We're responding to the opposing argument. The other thing you want to do is provide a variety of evidence that supports the claims. You can make an emotional piece of evidence, an emotional appeal. You can provide facts and statistics, personal testimonies, all kinds of logical thinking. We're going to talk about different types of evidence today. Things that you can say, look at all these reasons why my thesis statement is true. So all of those are included. All right, you guys, how did you do in your persuasive writing Kahoot test? I think that was pretty fun. It's a pretty good idea, pretty good start to this whole persuasive writing thing. We're gonna do a big piece of persuasive writing in this class, and I'm really excited to get you started because persuasive writing is something that you are gonna use a lot in the real world, no matter what field you end up going into. Whether you're gonna be writing a grant as a scientist to try to get money for your next project, or whether you're going to be convincing people to vote for you for president, you're going to have to write something that convinces people of the things that you want, or the things that you want to advocate for, or the things that you believe. So let's get started.